moderator for the first session, Maxine Anderson. Maxine was born and raised in Chicago. She just told me she moved out here. She finally found a place that didn't have snow. She went to the University of Illinois.
We can't hear you. We can hear that lady, but we can't hear you.
Okay, that's fair. She went to the University of Illinois, works in the insurance industry here, and has been with the League of Women Voters for 6 years. Okay? Maxine will be taking the first hour, and I'll be taking the part of the second hour. Okay, thank you.
And can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening and welcome. The League is a nonpartisan, just so you know, it's a nonpartisan but political organization dedicated to the active and informed participation of all citizens in government. We never see candidates and election issues. We encourage you to visit the website www.sfvotes.org. Get that one? www.sfvotes.org. Okay, this year we have 3 candidates for District 1 Supervisor who are present here. Thank you very much for coming, gentlemen. The candidates will each have 1 minute to answer questions that you and the audience have submitted, as well as questions that have been submitted over the website www.sfvotes.org. Every candidate will answer every question. There are no rebuttals, and any rebuttals a candidate may have may be included in the candidate's closing statements. Okay, so we're understood on that. No rebuttals in their closing statement. They can say whatever rebuttals they wish to say. The timekeepers in the first row, okay, will hold up a yellow card to signify to the candidates that they have 15 seconds remaining, and will hold up a red card when it's time to stop. All candidates have agreed to ask their supporters to be respectful of other candidates and the audience, and to maintain quiet during the floor. And it's very helpful for that to occur so that everybody can hear every answer, especially since we're not mic'd up here and we're trying to speak as loudly as we possibly can, so you can get the information that you need. And so we ask you to respect the commitment that was made. Every aspect of the forum will be equally fair to all the candidates. We know, and you all know, you have many important decisions to make on November 6th. Today's forum will give you an opportunity to be heard. Now, you ready?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, we're going to start with question 1. And we're going in alphabetical order to be fair to everyone. So the first question, again, 1 minute, will go to Mr. De Silva. And the first question comes from the audience. And the question is, the median single income in San Francisco per the 2010 census is $44,000 plus $70,000 for a household. With a booming economy, we all need somewhere to live. What is your position on rent control and eviction protection in the Richmond, condo conversions, and building new and affordable housing? Again, Mr. De Silva.
Yes, I feel that one of the solutions to have affordable housing is
Can you stand up?
stand up? I think one of the issues that we need to deal with in the district is we need more housing in the district so that there is more affordable housing. As far as rent control, I support rent control. I think it's necessary to keep long-term San Franciscans here in the city and affordable housing here. As far as condo conversions are concerned, I do support condo conversions if the owners actually live in the units. Thank you.
Mr. Lee.
Can we all stand?
Yes.
Thank you. I support rent control. I believe that rent control is important to keeping the diversity in our city. The protections for low income and senior citizens afforded by rent control is important, and I will work to keep rent control in San Francisco. With that said, we need to build more housing. We don't have enough housing in this city, and we haven't been building enough workforce housing to meet the demands. You want to know why rents are increasing, you want to know why housing prices are going up, is because we're not building enough housing units in San Francisco. There have been projects that have been planned and approved, but we have not built enough. So we need to move forward, and if elected as supervisor, I will look for every opportunity we can to build more housing, particularly housing for low income and for senior citizens, so that everybody can live in San Francisco. It's the most important issue we face. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my record over 4 years, but also for 28 years in supporting the diversity of our communities. I'm a homeowner myself, but I strongly support rent control and protections. I passed legislation that protected families from unfair owner move-in evictions 2 years ago, and I strongly have been supported by the Affordable Housing Alliance and the Tenants Union. I guess I get offended when I see lies and half-truths coming in the mail. This is one of my colleagues' pieces that was mailed recently. I supported affordable housing like Prop C and the Housing Trust Fund, and my record has been supporting that, but he blames me for building housing for the super rich when he himself has voted for the 8 Washington Project when he was on the Rec and Park Commission. So I just ask you to look very carefully at the Association of Realtors head, Jeff Wu, right there is funding $50,000 videos and a smear campaign. I'm countering it with a grassroots campaign of diverse communities, tenants, and others to make sure that our district cannot be bought by the special interests that are trying to buy it. And this kind of mailer is despicable, I think, David.
Thank you very much.
Hold it down.
Okay, the second question, and it will go to Mr. Lee. What is your opinion of the city's current policy regarding school assignment for students? How would you improve or change this policy?
First, let me respond. I believe that neighborhood schools are important for San Francisco, and particularly for the Richmond district. I have children in this that I'm raising here. I live right around the corner, and I believe that it would be great for me to be able to send my kids to a neighborhood school. So many of our hardworking families, middle-class families, are being forced out into private school or out of the neighborhood because we don't have neighborhood schools. And I support neighborhood schools. I've supported Proposition H. With regards to Supervisor Marr's attack, I thought that we weren't going to have personal attacks. We were going to talk about the issues. And let's talk about the issues. Neighborhood schools is important. I believe in neighborhood schools, and I will fight to keep middle-class families in the Richmond district. Thank you.
Thank you. Much of my years, for 8 years as a former president of the Board of Education, and for 20 years supporting educational equality throughout our district. We have the best schools in the Richmond, but also I've tried to pull up schools throughout the school system for an equitable and socially just system. As a member of the First 5 Commission, I've championed preschool for all the different preschools in our neighborhoods. I'm proud to be supported by the Democratic Party, the only candidate supported by the Democratic Party, also the teachers and nurses as well. The teachers know that I've been there as a San Francisco State teacher for 16 years, supporting not just K through 12 and preschool, but also community college system where I championed the Chinatown campus and am supporting making sure that the community college system is solvent but also well run. I'm very proud of my work. My daughter is in a public school in San Francisco, and I challenge my colleagues why his children are not in a public school. I am trying to work with PTAs to make sure that they keep every single penny that they raise so that the tax collector cannot take it. So I'm very proud to be supported by many of our parent leaders, teachers, and others in our school district. Thank you.
As somebody who was born here in the Richmond district, I went to local public schools, Sutro, Presidio, and Washington. I have a three-year-old daughter now. And I would like her to be able to go to a school that's close by to our home, right here in the neighborhood. So I clearly favor allowing people to go to their neighborhood schools. Thank you.
Hold the applause down. Hold it. Just no cheering, no applause. Let's just move on.
Thank you very much. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, we have many questions up here. I'm sure you'd like to hear the answers to all of them, so that's why we asked you.